Oh, funding. Okay, so funding is it's very it's subjective in a lot of areas. I'll be honest. It depends on like you have to be very clear about like the type of funders that you're going to be targeting. That's the one thing that I've found is the most important at this stage, because especially if funders have like no concepts of your particular industry or market segment, then it becomes very difficult for you to sort of convince them about like your business opportunities and the growth. Do research into those funders, make sure, or it could be a funder, it could be a VC, understanding where they go, where their trajectories are, what their mandates are, and that'll help you to sort of like, make things a little bit easier, because half of the trouble is educating the funders on your markets if they have like absolutely no ideas about them. So for us in particular, we struggled with funders who are primarily focused on fintech and so on. But obviously, we got very good traction with those who deal with edtech, essentially in some way, shape, or form. And that's kind of where we raised our funding from, was primarily through those individuals. Even though there's an approach, there's a commercial aspect to the entire operations, they might not see it as openly because they don't focus in that area, and that's not their expertise and so on. So it becomes a little bit you've got to think about like the funders, the VCs, do research into them, understand who also their funders are, what their mandates are, and trying to align them as much as possible. And the other thing I'd probably suggest is, if you can, do go towards, try to make international pitches as well, or to pitch towards international funders. They tend to be a little bit more open towards, like the type of work that you're doing. And also they're a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh gosh, it'll come to me. But basically, yeah, open is a more dynamic way. Whereas in the more local guys expect you to have a fully fledged plan. You must have like your first 20 clients already, and the full operation before you can even sort of get a foot in the door. So whereas international guys will give you like a good look even at concept stage, the local guys tend to be a little bit more risk averse in my perspective.